It has been such a day. Like, I finally, like, just sat down, like, 5 minutes ago, 5 to 8 minutes ago. I've just been sitting here with the camera pointed at me, just like... So let me do a quick, clarification real quick, okay? So, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably didn't hear, but basically today's been crazy. Like, oh man, like, me and my dad, we were going to town and all that. We were trying to get some parts of the mobile home, but also we were just doing some shopping and all that because, as I've been saying, I've been working on, like, his property and stuff and helping him, like, dig the trench and stuff to put down pipe for the septic tank and all of that. Then, putting the pipe under the house and stuff. So we were traveling to town to get the equipment and stuff, and while we were going, and mid-going around, like, early today, it was around, like, 12-something, or I'd say around 12:40 my time. Well, we broke down, and oh my. When we broke down, we knew that the vehicle kind of had problems. Like, it's been having problems, and we were assuming it's, like, the head gasket that was having problems and all that. Well, we got it there. It just wouldn't start. It wouldn't start. It was overheating. Water splashed me. Got it all on the back of my neck. I don't know if you guys can see it, but my back of my neck is like, it burns. Like, I feel like a burning sensation on the back of my neck. My dad got it, like, on his cheek and all. Don't worry. He's fine. I'm fine. But basically, we got a little bit burnt because we popped up the hood just to see what was going on. Vehicle wouldn't start. We were stranded. I thought it was a wise idea because I didn't want to bring my phone. My dad forgot his phone, so we had to sit there and walk back from, like, another town back to, where I'm at. And tell you, it was like a 15-20 mile walk. It was, I don't know how long it was, but it was a long walk. And it's just been a day. It's been a day. Like, it's been a day. Like, it's been like, whew. But even regardless of it being a day, I must record this video because I want to get this out for you guys. I don't know if this video is going to be out properly on time today. I highly doubt this video will be out, like, early on. Like, it's already 6:44 p.m. right now. There's just no way. There is no way that this is going to be out at a good time today. But, just to get some clarification, that's kind of what happened today. And just to do a brief FYI, me and my dad are fine. Just our feet are sore. A little bit of burns here and there. I got it on my chest and stuff, and he got it on his chest and, like, a little bit on his cheek, and I think some on his hands. I got it on the back of my neck. I got it, like, on my chest. Got some on my arm. It was, yeah. So, anyway, so that being said, let me get into this week's Chibit questions. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit off topic. I know you guys probably don't care at all, but I just wanted to kind of get it off my chest and talk about it real quick. So, to start off, let's begin. Hey Chibi, I hope you're doing well when reading this. Would love to hear your thoughts on the current situation Luffy is facing, and if you see a way out of it through a power-up such as a boost in Luffy's observation haki, or simply G4 overpowering the Mochi ability, or do you think Luffy is simply outclassed at present moment and needs to stall long enough to get away? Okay, so you're asking my thoughts on Luffy's current situation. How can he overcome it, or how can he get out of this? Personally, Luffy is completely outclassed. He is completely outclassed by Katakuri. He stands no chance against the man, and everything that Luffy has been trying to train for so long, Katakuri is able to excel at and be even better at because of experience and how long he's been around. So, just looking at it, Luffy's completely outclassed, which is understandable since, Katakuri, he's, a part of a Yonko's crew. He's a part of Big Mom's crew. So, it's understandable why Luffy would be outclassed. Now, do I think he's going to get a power-up? Maybe. I believe when it comes to powers, what's an actual option, most likely Luffy's going to use some form of alternate to Gear 4, and if it's not that, he's going to, have an awakened Devil Fruit. That's one of the other things I can see in terms of power-up that Luffy will have. Now, Gear 5 is probably a thing, too. Maybe that could be a potential thing, but if he's going to get power-up, it's one of those. But personally, from perspective of, like, looking at this, I believe Luffy being outclassed can serve to develop him more as a fighter and as a character, him to realize that there's just someone that has so much more experience and is, being able to do some things that he's able to do, and just like that, I'd love to see Luffy being able to get, like, his observation haki up really well, up to the level maybe of Katakuri, maybe not seeing, like, a couple seconds into, time, but maybe seeing some, like, little minuscule, like, little frame in the time where he can kind of detect what is coming. I'd like to see something like that, maybe Luffy developing that since Katakuri Katakuri's taking stuff from Luffy, maybe Luffy could take something from him. That's what I believe could possibly happen. Now, do I think Luffy's gonna stall enough to get away? I believe the way this fight's been set up, he's not gonna stall. I think it's gonna end in one or the other. Hey, Chibi, how's your day going? I've already explained that at the beginning of the video, so I don't think I need to get back into that. I have a question to ask. Who do you think would make a great couple in Tales of Vesperia? Me? I think Yuri and Judy. Been a while since I played that game. Honestly, I don't really even remember the main, like, princess girl's name or whatever. But I do remember Judy and all that. She's the one that looks like an elf, right? You know what? Yeah, I'll ship those two as well. What anime that is currently ended or completed would you like to get the Dragon Ball Super treatment? A continuation of the story, but in modern animation headed by the original creator. An example is Inuyasha. Oh, that's easy. I would like to see Yu Yu Hakusho. I'd like to see Yu Yu Hakusho get, you know, the Dragon Ball Super treatment by, you know, the original creators and all that, just going forward with the story. I would love to see that. What is the best Zelda game? Would you be mad if I told you I never really played much Zelda? Characters with the best design in your opinion, not counting the writing or their personality, lol. Okay, so just design. You're not even counting, like, you know, personality. In terms of design, I really, really love the design of Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. I've always loved his design. I really love, Katakuri's design from One Piece, since we were on the subject of One Piece earlier. And I also like Eto's, you know, Kakuja design. Like the way her Kakuja looked, I love the design of that. That's just to name a few characters that just stand out to me. Altair versus Magane, who wins? Most likely Altair, since she can actually remove the plot, remove plot twists and stuff. I believe Altair would destroy Magane, but Magane is able to literally bend the fabric of reality and go against the laws of physics. So, in terms of how it's set up, I think Altair would win in a straight-up brawl, but Magane, if she was given the chance to talk to Altair and manipulate her, I feel like Altair would win. I mean, Magane would win. I'm bad. I believe Magane would win, but in terms of a brawl, Altair would destroy her. That's what I truly believe. Something I've always wanted to know, just like the Tower of God, which you seem to love. What are your thoughts on the God of High School? I started reading it a few years back and love it, actually. It's my top 5 manga on my top 5 manga list. Mostly because I love the mix of art style, characters, and fighting that goes on. But I want to know your thoughts on it, and if you have considered reviewing more manga like it more often. Okay, so I have never read God of High School. It's been recommended a lot to me. I do want to read more, you know, webtoons and stuff like that, because I really like Tower of God. In much to everybody's, you know, understanding, I'm still up to date with it, even though I haven't made videos on it for the past couple weeks. I am up to date with it. I love Tower of God. It's a fantastic series. It's a really good webtoon. And I probably will start God of High School. I probably will, because I've heard a lot of good things about it. Do androids dream of electric sleep? When I think of androids, I think of maybe an eternal darkness. I don't think they necessarily dream of anything. Hey Chibi, which Western live-action movie / TV series would you find interesting as an anime adaptation, and done by which studio? Okay, so Western live-action movie / TV series. So you're saying made by the United States, basically. You're saying like any movie made in the United States turned into an anime. So it's the opposite of what we do to anime. Okay. I would say I would love to have either Breaking Bad or Aliens turned into an anime adaptation. I would like to see how that's done. And studio-wise, I would say Ufotable. If you could own any full collection of a manga series that you currently do not have, what would it be? Oh, that's easy. One Piece. I would love to own the entirety of One Piece. I just don't have really the money to invest in the entirety of One Piece because there's just so many volumes. Which was funnier, Barakamon or the prequel series Handa-kun? And why? Personally, I prefer Barakamon because of, you know, the main female character. Handa-kun, it was great. I just feel like a lot of it was just, like, the same old that I got from Barakamon, and it kind of lacked the other characters that made the series so good. Have you ever thought of learning how to draw manga just for fun? Oh, yes, I have tried in the past. I remember in middle school, I was drawing manga and stuff, and, oh, it was bad. It was really, really bad. But I remember selling, like, these little, like, fake comics and stuff I used to draw for, like, $1 each. I remember making a little bit of money in the past on that. I mean, it was bad. It's really bad, like bad art and stuff. But I have learned how to draw. I've always wanted to learn how to draw manga for fun. I'm just not really good at it, though. I know you play Dark Souls and was just curious if you've ever played Bloodborne. I have played Bloodborne. If so, what are your thoughts on the lore and what sort of elements you enjoyed about the story? I personally love the Hidetaka Miyazaki games due to the storytelling structure that's used. Instead of everything being laid outright, much of the story is good by having players decipher things in the game. This is similar to how Tokyo Ghoul uses Easter eggs in Nishida's writing. I was mostly wondering if there are other games / manga that are similar to this that you've taken interest in. Okay, so, do I like Bloodborne? I played Bloodborne. Personally, I couldn't really get into it. I don't know. Just in terms of gameplay and all that, I found it very lacking compared to Dark Souls 3. For some reason, I couldn't get into Bloodborne. I really could not get into it. I just did not like some of the mechanics of it. It just felt like it was missing something. I don't know. But in terms of aesthetics and what I saw from the story, it seemed really cool. I love the way the style of the game was and all that, in terms of looks, to the story, art department, all that. It looked really good. I don't really know much about the story, so I can't say, but going off of what I know from the Souls series, like, Dark Souls and stuff, I love the storytelling. The storytelling of, the Souls games are probably some of the best pieces of, game literature I've seen in terms of just making you have to dive in and figure out what the message is. So I do love the Soul games for that, and I do like how it reminds me of Tokyo Ghoul because of how it is done. Is there any other games or manga that are similar to that? So, you know what? Ava. You know what? I'll just say a simple one. Just Ava. Ava is very similar. If you want something like an anime or something, try Ava. What's your favorite comedy anime? Mine is Daily Life of High School Boys. My favorite comedy is probably Gintama, for obvious reasons. If a live Food War style foodgasm, or eat an entire can of surströmming, or however you pronounce that, the smelly canned fish that you effed up, which one will you do? Also, will you do a review of the latest chapters of Fairy Tail to give it a proper funeral? I mean, proper send-off. Okay, so let me answer your first thing. What would I choose? Would I want a live Food War style foodgasm? So I would be doing this, I'm assuming? Or I would eat an entire can of surströmming. I would eat an entire can of surströmming. I don't know. I don't think I would really be fine with doing a live Food War style foodgasm. I don't know. I don't think that would be right with me. So, yeah, I would eat the surströmming even though it is so bad. It smells so bad. Now, will I review the latest or the last chapters of Fairy Tail? No. When I finished reading the final chapter, I wipe my hands to the series. I'm done. I'm not touching again. I'm sorry. It's not happening. I'm done with Fairy Tail. What parts of Japan do you most want to visit? Cities, historical sites, malls, etc. Also, what would be some activities you would want to do or try while there? Hope your week is going great, Chibi. My week is going great overall, besides, how the day went. But, what would I want to visit most if I went to Japan? Most likely the shrines. I've always wanted to see the shrines, besides Akiba, which is, common sense. I would want to see Akiba. I really want to visit the shrines of Japan. I don't know. For some reason, when it comes to anime and the culture of Japan, if there's one thing I've always been fascinated about, it's the little shrines and stuff around Japan and all that. I've always wanted to be able to, walk up those steps to that one shrine or whatever that's in constant anime. I know a lot of the stuff that's depicted in anime is based off of stuff in Japan. I'd love to see some just historical sites, like, shrines and temples and stuff. I don't know. It's something I've always been fascinated about, but, what activities? Obviously, go to Akiba and just, look around and see how the anime and manga stuff is, and probably go to the game arcade or something. That's probably what I would do. Favorite lolly? Shinobu. Have you ever been out of the country? If so, where? And if not, where do you want to go most? I've never been out of the country. I've only been in Florida, Georgia, and Tennessee. If I could go out, I would want to probably, besides Japan, obviously, I would want to go to Ireland. Ireland is a place I've always wanted to visit. I've always wanted to see it. I am part Irish, by the way. I've always wanted to see Ireland and just see how, beautiful it looks and stuff. And I've heard so many good things about it. So, yeah, if I'm not going to Japan, I'd like to go to Ireland. If you could be the CEO of any company, how would you go about expanding anime? Oh, number one, I would refund a remastered version of Yu Yu Hakusho. I would try to somehow animate a couple of new episodes of Hunter x Hunter 2011, and then I would make a proper Berserk anime. When I was 6, my sister was half my age. Now I'm 70. How old is my sister? You think I'm going to do math after walking all day? You're sadly mistaken. What food do you despise the most? I guess let's go with that, surströmming or whatever. That smelly canned fish. That's what I would go with. Which would you rather have? Tokyo Ghoul Season 3 100% faithful to the manga adaptation, or Noragami Season 3? Really? This is a question? Obviously, Tokyo Ghoul Season 3, 100% faithful. Will you ever watch Kimono Friends? Most likely. I have gained a little bit of interest into Kimono Friends after, you know, the news that's been circulating this week. I have gained a big interest in probably starting it to see how it is. It sucks, so I'll probably never get a season 2 because, you know, what happened, you know, the staff and all that. I mean, it's understandable. I don't, you know, I'm not angry with the staff or anything. It just, I might give it a shot just to see. I might just to see. How are you liking my giant retweets? They're quality, my boy. Favorite anime in the Fate series? Alternate favorite anime studio/production team. Oh, okay, that's a very good question. So my favorite anime in the Fate series, well, I haven't seen Heaven's Feel, so I can't say Heaven's Feel, obviously. I would say the most enjoyment I've ever gotten out of a Fate would probably be Fate Zero. I really love Fate Zero, so I'll say my favorite anime of Fate would be Fate Zero. Now, if we're just talking about favorite, like, part of Fate, I would say the Heaven's Feel arc of, you know, the games. But since you said anime, I'll say Fate Zero. Now, alternate favorite anime studio/production team, my favorite studio is Studio Photable. And if it's not that, it's Madhouse or Shaft. And Madhouse has kind of been dwindling a little bit, so I want to kind of focus more on Shaft than anything else. My favorite production team, like if you're talking about someone that's worked on series and stuff, my favorite production team is probably the entire team that worked on Hunter x Hunter 2011. Again, will you please read these picks out loud as well as my replies to my own comments, please? First batch, top left plus top right plus bottom left plus right. Okay, so King of Elves, I'm just going to tell you right now, I've read them. I've laughed. I laughed a lot from what you stated here. But I can't read them out loud because YouTube, they don't like this stuff. I'm just going to be honest. So I'm just going to be completely fair with you. The only reason why I'm posting this is because I like your comments and I always laugh at them. I always laugh at what you post. I think many can agree with me. Many get enjoyment out of what you post. But I can't say your stuff out loud because, you know, YouTube. So sorry about that. But I do enjoy the post you did. Would you ever do the Carolina Reaper challenge again? If so, can I send you some? The only way I would ever do the Carolina Reaper challenge, I'm not even joking, like, if I hit 200,000, you know, subscribers before the end of the year, I'll do a Reaper challenge, but until then, no. That's not happening. I would not. Only if I hit 200,000. That's the only way I would do a Carolina Reaper challenge. If Roka of the Seven Braves was given a Season 2, which studio should it be released by? The same studio. I think it was Studio Phil that worked on the Season 1, so I'd say the same studio. Because they deserve it, because they did a fantastic job with Season 1. What if JC's staff hired Kimono Friends staff to do One Punch Man Season 2? Okay, let me just give a quick FYI. I know the Kimono Friends staff is amazing. They did amazing work with Kimono Friends. However, even with all of the amazing work that they've done, I don't know if they could touch something like One Punch Man. Now, I'm not saying they can't do it. I refuse to say it. I will not say they can't do it. I'm just saying from what was put into Season 1 and so much outsourcing that was done, I just do not know if the Kimono Friends staff can actually do it. But like I said, they possibly could. I mean, they made a major hit series with limited budget and very small team and all that. They did a really good job. But I mean, like, I just don't know if they have the capacity to be able to make a Season 2. It'd be interesting to see what they're capable of. I mean, if the Kimono Friends staff did work on One Punch Man Season 2 and they made it amazing, or even, like, almost as amazing as Season 1, and it was just them working on it, I will say right then and there that they are an amazing staff. Like, they are a crazy, crazy staff, and they deserve a lot of money if they even get near the level of Season 1. Because the big thing about Season 1 was, it wasn't just Madhouse working on it. It was just a bunch of people throughout the entirety of the, you know, animation industry, not anime industry, but animation, just working on animation, outsourcing and all that from different companies, everything, just working on One Punch Man Season 1. That's what made it so good. It wasn't just Madhouse doing it, honestly. So, if Kimono Friends could do that with just their staff, I will say they deserve all the praise they get. So, it would be interesting. I would like to see what they would do. Life goals? Okay, I'm gonna have to censor this, but oh yes. Oh yeah. Will the new Gintama season save the anime industry? Well, Gintama's always saving the anime industry. I mean, have you not seen it always topping the top 10 charts and, you know, my anime list? Would you smash Android 18 or Android 21? I'm sorry, I know Android 21's really nice, but I gotta go with Android 18. She is the original OG waifu of Dragon Ball Z. What is your favorite rage slash, oh, gotta censor that word, character moment? Okay, so, my favorite moment, I would say, in terms of raging, One that I always go back to. There's always just this one scene I go back to in terms of raging that's just so iconic to me. I want to say, like, Gon, versus, Pito. But if there's one scene I know I watched so many times in terms of just a character going rage mode, it definitely would be the Naruto versus Pain fight. That I really love that fight. Just when Naruto breaks down after what happened, Hinata, when she got stabbed by Pain, and he's like, you will know pain and all that. And, she's sitting there dying, and he looks at it, and he just breaks right there, and then he just goes savage mode up against Pain. That was an amazing moment. So, I would say, yeah, it's probably my favorite rage moment, but if we're talking about just development-wise and all of that, I would say Gon. But in terms of just, like, something I went back to so many times over the years, it would definitely be the Naruto versus Pain fight. If there was a faction for every anime genre, which one would you want to be in? Come on now. Tragedy. I got that tragedy boner. If you could have a character/animal from any manga/anime as your JoJo stan, who would it be? Whoa. You're saying, like, any character and animal from any anime and manga as my JoJo. Okay, so it's not power, just you're asking the shape of the form. You know what? I would want Mineta. What is the weirdest dream you've ever had? Well, I don't know if it's the weirdest, because I don't remember a lot of my dreams, but there was this one dream I had, like, a while back, to where I was eating lava for some reason. Like, I was swimming and eating lava. I don't know why, but I was eating and swimming in lava. I have no idea why I dreamed that, but it was really weird. And I don't understand the context. Don't even ask me for the context, because I have no idea. But that was definitely a weird dream. I know I've probably had weirder. It just takes me a while to think about it, and I don't really have the time. But that's definitely a weird one. Is this accurate? You're going to be gone, and I'm going to be gone. Okay, it's an old meme, but I gotta say, it's still funny. It's still funny as ever. Hope you take it this time. Your favorite manga art style, not the best, but the one you like the most. For me, it's TG 100%. I would say in terms of art style that really stands out to me, it's always been Berserk's, Kentaro's, Muro's, Kentaro's, art style from Berserk. I'd say that's my favorite manga. It's not, I mean, it's definitely one of the best, but it's also still one of my favorites. So that's the one I would say. Will you lose interest in anime/manga when you're older? How old are we talking about? I mean, I'm 22 right now. I mean, are you talking about when I hit 40? I want to be real here, probably not. I mean, I know I'll probably have white hair or no hair at the time, and I'll probably still be watching anime, and I might look really bad, or I might, not respect myself because of certain others, what they said yesterday, like a certain kickboxer. But, I mean, I don't think I'll probably ever lose interest in anime and manga. I might go into a time period where I might not want to watch it as much, but I don't believe I'll ever flat out just drop it, because I just love anime and manga too much. I do. It's just a part of me that makes me. If you were going to make a funny parody commercial promoting your Patreon, what would you say in it? $1 a day feeds me a day. What AniTuber do you want me to make a meme out of? When it's late, but you want to see if Hentai Haven has any new uploads. You know what? Do Professor Anime or do Sloan. Or Sun Wukong. Or Memory Reacts. Why did the fro have to go? Feels bad, man. Oh, you're talking about my afro? Well, it'll grow back eventually. You just give it about another month and a half, 2 months. It'll be back. Don't worry. My hair grows real quickly. It had to go because it was bad. It was really bad. It was getting really hard to just even function and lay down. Because even when I was playing games, my hair would go into my ears. And it was uncomfortable. So I had to get rid of the fro. It was in the way. So it feels bad, but I had to, depart from my afro. Will you ever watch Hellsing Ultimate? Yes, I will. I'll definitely watch Hellsing Ultimate eventually. I actually had a poll on that this week. I was going to probably do a first impressions of Hellsing Ultimate. I had like Cowboy Bebop. I had like Legend of the or Galactic North Star. I forget. Like Legend or Galactic Heroes of Legend. I can't even remember the title right now. It's been a long day. Forgive me. And I had Hellsing Ultimate, and then I had like something else. So there's a couple of series basically I had there that, many have been recommending to me for a while now. I had a Patreon poll, and many wanted me to do Cowboy Bebop. That's what won. I actually was going to do a first impressions today, But I don't have time today thanks to, you know, everything that happened this morning. But I'll try to do that tomorrow. But I was going to do Hellsing Ultimate, but it lost the poll, and I'm going to have to do, you know, Cowboy Bebop first. If recreators were to have a crossover with Super Smash Bros., because why not, would you watch the anime? It may look like this. Yes, I would definitely watch it. I would love to see Pikachu versus Magane. That'd be funny. I'd like to see that. If you had a girlfriend that was also in anime, would you do reviews with her? It really depends, honestly. I mean, I don't know if I'll probably ever have a girlfriend. I'm just gonna be legit with you. I don't think I'm that lucky. I've already, I think, wasted all my luck in my life thanks to, you know, what you guys have done for me. I mean, let's just be real here. What you guys have done for me already, a part of this community, is just insane. So I think all my luck is gone. So I highly doubt I'll probably ever find a girlfriend that especially is into anime and understand what I do in terms of just YouTube. I just doubt I'll ever have someone that would understand. But if for some reason I did get that lucky, would I do reviews with her? Maybe. It really depends, honestly. It depends if she would want to or whatever. It depends on the situation, but maybe. Could you do an anime smash or pass video? And we Chibits give you options so you can choose which to smash and pass. That sounds like a very good idea, Tigger. I would definitely like to do a video like that. You know what? Next week around like Monday or Tuesday or something, I might, you know, do a poll. Like I'll say, guys, give me like, you know, the best like characters that you think I should smash or pass, and let's see if what I'll say to them. You know, I might do something like that next week. That sounds like something very fun to do. Who is your most fat anime/manga character? Can't be Hello. Oh, okay. I don't really have a favorite because, you know, what I look up, there's really not any main, like, anime manga characters. Because I don't look at, like, anime doujins or manga doujins. I literally just look at original content. So, I can't really say anime and manga characters. So, yeah, I can't really say that. So, I don't really have a favorite. What do you think of this picture? I think that this is going to be thumbnail and it's boneless pizza. That's what I'm going to say. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for, you know, putting up with me and all that, putting up with the delay in today's video. I know it's going to be rather late. It's already 7:15 right now. This video might be a little bit shorter than normal. I'm sorry if it is, but I want to make sure I try to get this up at a decent time. I don't want to stay up late. Like, I don't want to stay up late working on the video because I need to keep a schedule. I finally have fixed my sleep schedule. I'm finally going to sleep at a proper time and waking up early in the morning. It's such an improvement, so I want to try to get this done as quickly as possible, but I'm sorry for it being delayed. Forgive me. I want to do Cowboy Bebop First Impressions Day also for all of you Patreons out there. I just didn't have the time today because, you know, car broke down, had to walk back, and I just don't have the time to watch it, so I'm sorry. So, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.